The Proverbs 31 Woman, written by Dr. Mike Meadow, a 31-day mentorship program of wisdom. Read by Ruth Ekufu from allchristiancodes.org. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31, verse 10. The Proverbs 31 Woman. What man would there pen his thoughts, assessments, and interpretation of such a controversial topic during those days of gender-bending, volatile, and volcanic opinions? Me. But then I couldn't help it. It has swept me like powerful undercurrents toward intense hours of prayer, steady and painful self-evaluation. My revelations were strong enough to compel me to write this book, carefully, cautiously, and sometimes dangerously. My precious, godly, and much-loved mother asks only that I write it during her lifetime. Though she is now with Jesus, she remains the most logical picture I have of the Proverbs 31 woman. Every man longs for a Proverbs 31 woman. After my study, I'm almost certain that a true Proverbs 31 woman probably would find me unqualified. Relax and enjoy. Mike Meadow. 1. She's rare. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31, verse 10. She does exist. She simply must be found. She's one among thousands. She's not average. She's not common. She's not typical. She's not easily discovered. What many women would do, she refuses to do. What many women would say, she refuses to say. What many women wear, she refuses to wear. What makes many women angry merely makes her more thoughtful. What makes many women bitter has increased her kindness. Her thoughts are holy. Her motives are pure. Her countenance is cheerful. She does not even respond to the same kind of man that many women find appealing. This kind of woman is rarely found. Why? It is a rare man who is capable of discerning her. She's rare. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 2. It is a rare man who is capable of discerning her. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31, verse 10. Every man secretly wishes for a Proverbs 31 woman in his life. Few can qualify for her. Nabal, the foolish husband married to beautiful Abigail, never discerned how extraordinary she really was. It was King David who later sent for her. After Nabal's death, she became his wife. Haman, the deceitful manipulator of the palace, never discerned Esther. He had no idea she was related to the man he hated, Mordecai. The nearest kinsman did not discern Ruth, who was dead, and she became the great-grandmother of David, who ushered in the lineage of Jesus Christ. Many claim that the Proverbs 31 woman simply does not exist. She does. The remaining true, pure, and godly Proverbs 31 remain in our generation. But only the qualified can discern who they really are. It is a rare man who is capable of discerning her. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 3. She requires pursuit. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31, verse 10. The prostitute pursues. The Proverbs 31 woman requires pursuit. The warish woman stalks a man like a predator. She thrusts herself into his face. She pounds his door. She's telephoning men through the night. She's unavoidable. The Proverbs 31 woman is different. She's aware of her difference. She's accessible, but not unavoidable. Boaz had to return for Ruth. David had to send for Abigail. The king had to choose Esther. I love animals. I've got a number of pets. Several years ago, I had an African lion, KK. He was magnificent. He knew quite well that he was unlike my German Shepherd dogs. His reaction around them was almost one of disdain. His self-assurance was captivating. Such is the self-assurance of the Proverbs 31 woman. She knows her value. She's aware of her worth. She celebrates her difference. The worldly rage for her. She requires pursuits. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. 4. Money and possessions are not enough to attract her. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31 verse 10. I've heard hundreds of conversations among women regarding men they are dating, or their husband, and his business. It is universally accepted that a man's financial status is an essential factor to the average woman preparing for marriage. It is normal to desire security. It is normal to desire to be under the covering of a successful man. If my daughter were getting married, I would be very concerned about sowing her life into the dream and future of a capable, competent, and deserving man. However, the Proverbs 31 woman cannot be bought. It takes more than money to get her attention. Why? She's financially competent herself. She's comfortable with money. She's confident without money. She understands business. Money and possessions are not enough to attract her. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 5. She produces for her husband what his money fails to produce. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31 verse 10. Price indicates value. She's more valuable to her man than his money. She brings to the marriage relationship something greater than money. She benefits her husband consistently in ways his business cannot satisfy. This is the secret of her magnetism. This keeps her man pursuing her. This is what makes him come home on time in the evenings. His business is bothersome. His days are full. His schedule is overwhelming. But he wants her. His friends may leave. His plans may fail. His dream may crash. But she is his world. In her presence, he's proud. In her presence, he's bold. She is the only place he wants to be. She produces for her husband what his money fails to produce. She is Proverbs 31 woman. 6. She can be trusted. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. Proverbs 31 verse 11. Everybody trusts somebody. You will trust somebody, somewhere, at some time. I was explaining this to my son a few days ago, how to discern the trustability of another. When you are in the presence of someone who willingly and even cheerfully betrays the confidence of another, this indicates they will betray your confidence to another. Every man trusts his woman. That's how fleeing criminals are often caught. They reach back for a girlfriend they trust. The wonder of the Proverbs 31 woman is that her husband can trust in her safely. 8 ways a Proverbs 31 woman can be trusted by her man. 1. He can trust her with his weaknesses. 2. He can trust her with his money. 3. He can trust her with his secrets. 4. He can trust her with his memories. 5. He can trust her with his fears. 6. He can trust her to be faithful sexually. 7. He can trust her around his friends. 8. He can trust her in his absence. She can be trusted. She is Proverbs 31 woman. 7. She will do him good. She will do him good. Proverbs 31 verse 12. The Proverbs 31 woman brings out the best in her man. She just does. The worst often emerges when you are alone. The best can come out of you when you have the right people around you as catalysts, unlocking the greatness lying dormant within you. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 and 11. Everything created requires a connection. Your eyes need a view. Your ears require sound. Your feet need for place to walk. She will never become a burden to him. She will never create trouble for him. She will never be a distraction to him. She will never be an embarrassment to him. She will not slow him down. She will never stifle his greatness within him. She will never pull him down. She will never discourage his dreams. She is a protection. She is a multiplier. She will do him good. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. 8. She does not have a dangerous side to her. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Proverbs 31 verse 12. Her husband does not have to be cautious. He does not have to be overly careful about what he says in her presence. She will not use his unguarded words against him. She is not a manipulator. I have seen women that appear to be sugar sweeteners, but if you ever curse them or fail to measure up to their expectation, their words could cut you to pieces. I have been astounded to see women change radically and sadly when someone fails to meet their expectations. Most people have a dangerous side to them, not a Proverbs 31 woman. She does not misinterpret him. She does not distort what he says. She's not a manipulator. She's not dangerous. Ever. She does not have a dangerous side to her. She is Proverbs 31 woman. 9. She loves to work. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. Proverbs 31 verse 13. Many women spend money. The Proverbs 31 woman invests money. Many women want money. The Proverbs 31 woman understands money. Many women seek money. The Proverbs 31 woman studies money. Many women enjoy money. The Proverbs 31 woman earns money. Many women hoard money. The Proverbs 31 woman sows money. You were created to produce. Increase is natural. Achievement is natural. It is unnatural to do nothing. Almost everyone works. You must work to eat, to pay your bills, to pay for your medical insurance, and to buy your transportation. But the Proverbs 31 woman enjoys work. She works. That makes her different. She works willingly. That makes her unforgettable. The Proverbs 31 woman doesn't wane on the job. She doesn't constantly proclaim to others how the low income of her husband requires that she work. She doesn't discuss with everyone how much she wishes she could quit working. She knows that money is merely a reward for solving a problem, so she concentrates on solving problems for others. She loves to work. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 10. She understands the need for change. She's like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. Proverbs 31 verse 14. In ancient days, ships brought spices and a variety of foods from many different cultures of the world. It satisfied one of mankind's greatest needs, the need for variety and change. The Proverbs 31 woman is comfortable with this deep need for change. She varies the taste and type of meals for her family. She understands versatility, changes. She recognizes that sameness destroys spontaneity in her home and in her marriage. Changes matter to her. 2. Variety excites her also. Most marriages experience a rut in some part of the relationship. Even lovemaking can become boring. The sameness of daily routine often smooths us. Same words, same friends, same restaurants, sameness can paralyze you. The Proverbs 31 woman knows the needs of a man can often change in a single second. She moves. She's ready for those changes. She's as flexible as the ship that moves from port to port. You will not find her wearing the same gown every night, with the same missing button and the same torn pocket. God loves diversity. I've got several different kinds of pheasants at my home. I have different kinds of animals. Sugar, my little white goat, loves to be rubbed on the herd. Bambi, my pet dear, just loves to look and watch. My dogs love to be petted. My ducks and geese like to just run around, honking and quacking. Everything God created has a different kind of need. All of us have different needs. The Proverbs 31 woman understands the need for change. She is Proverbs 31 woman. 11. She's responsive to the needs of others. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maiden. Proverbs 31 verse 15. She arises early. She cooks breakfast. She's incredibly flexible. Servanthood is a lost art those days. It takes time. It takes time to learn. The Proverbs 31 woman is not sitting in the corner of the expensive restaurant, waiting to be served. She's not looking down her nose condescendingly at servants and maids. She produces. She moves. She accommodates. She's responsive to the needs of others. She is Proverbs 31 woman. Champions make decisions that create the future they desire. Losers make decisions that create the present they desire. By Mike Medoc. 12. She's an early riser. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. Proverbs 31 verse 15. The Proverbs 31 woman values her time. The average woman does not carry a time management notebook. She has lipstick, powder, mirror, nail polish, not a day planner. Some people lose hundreds of hours in watching soap operas, talking to friends on the telephone, or just sitting around the house. Many do not have a strong sense of purpose. They have not focused on their assignments. Those who will waste their time will eventually waste your time too. But the Proverbs 31 woman is different. Her time matters. Her schedule is precious. She has focus. She has a plan. She gets results. She's very sensitive about mastering the day. She's an early riser. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. 13. She's a problem solver, not a problem. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. Proverbs 31 verse 15. She notices the needs of others. She moves. She contributes. She cooperates. She understands schedules. She's flexible. She adapts and accommodates the changing plans and schedules of those to whom she has been assigned. No whining. No griping. No yelling. She's a problem solver, not a problem. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. The quality of your preparation determines the quality of your performance. Mike Maddock. 14. She's comfortable and competent in the world of business. She considered a field and buyed it. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. Proverbs 31 verse 16. She has learned the language of business. She understands the laws of increase. Esther was thoroughly trained in the rules of protocol. She was well versed in policies and procedures. Ruth was comfortable in the fields of Boaz. She got involved with his business before she got involved with him. She understood his business before she understood him. Abigail understood Nabal's business. That's why she could feed several hundred men in a single day without being advised weeks ahead of time. I value my own mother because she interrogated my father constantly concerning the flow of his ministry, his business transactions, and the decisions he was making. Sometimes my father did not want to tell her certain aspects. His close mouth, but she insisted and on many occasions made marvelous contributions. Many women do not have a thorough grasp of her husband's business. She does not understand his decisions. She does not even understand why he's emptied at the end of the day. The Proverbs 31 woman understands the mind and heart of an achiever. She's comfortable and competent in the world of business. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. 15. She's cautious in decision making. She considered a field and buyed it. Proverbs 31:16. The Proverbs 31 woman is not impulsive. She does not awaken with a spiritual dream and purchase some strange business sadly. She gathers data. She considers a field, then buys it. She does not make quick decisions. She makes right decisions. Her decisions create long-term gain. She shall rejoice in time to come. Proverbs 31 verse 25. Sam Walton, the billionaire, often said he would never invest in a company for where it would be in 18 months, but where it would be in 10 years. She's cautious in decision making. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. What you do daily determines what you become permanently. Mike Maddock. 16. She is physically fit. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. Proverbs 31 verse 17. Health matters to the Proverbs 31 woman. Many women want to look healthy. The Proverbs 31 woman wants to be healthy. She does whatever it takes to strengthen her life and body to stay healthy. Exercise matters to her. Food choices are important to her. That's why she stays cheerful. One famed doctor says, I have yet to treat anyone for depression who was physically fit. She's physically fit. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. Greatness is not the absence of a flaw, but the ability to survive your flaw. Mike Maddock. 17. She does not require constant reassurance of her self-worth. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Proverbs 31 verse 18. She knows her worth. She does not need for others to reassure her. She does not require men to be incense cheerleaders in her life. Her husband is not always needed to hold her hand and speak effusive compliments, even though he praises her. She walks in total peace. She exudes excellence. She puts quality into her work. Her work puts quality back into her. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. Galatians 6 verse 4. She does not require constant reassurance of her self-worth. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. 18. She willingly invests extra time in the things that really matters. Her candle goeth not out by night. Proverbs 31 verse 18. Great things require time, extra time. It takes time to plan. It takes time to learn. Great things rarely come easily. As I look back at the many books and songs I've written and published, not one has really come easy. The results are thrilling. However, when you willingly go the extra mile, that's what makes the Proverbs 31 woman so unforgettable. Her candle stays lit. Others are asleep, but she is still working. Her productivity is worth her extra time. If you want to go this extra mile, champions do things they hate to create something else they love. The Proverbs 31 woman knows that sowing the seed of time in what she loves will bring more joy than she has ever imagined. She willingly invests extra time in the things that really matter. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 19. She knows the tools necessary to complete her tasks. She laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. Proverbs 31 verse 19. Tasks require appropriate equipment. The Proverbs 31 woman knows this. She is knowledgeable of necessary equipment to do her job, has the willingness to purchase it, and the determination to use it. She has not tried to cut corners on quality. She invests in quality equipment. She uses it. Her tools are important to her. She knows the tools necessary to complete her tasks. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. Those who unlock your compassion are those to whom you have been assigned. Mike Meadow. 20. She reacts to the pain of others. She stretched out her hands to the poor. Yea, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. Proverbs 31 verse 20. She is observant. She is compassionate. She feels. She has not withdrawn from the flood of life around her. She has not shielded herself from damaged people. She has reached out toward them. She is involved. She is confident that her love and compassion can make a difference. She wants to be the solution to their problem. Many women focus on having their needs met. The Proverbs 31 woman focuses on meeting the needs of others. Some women want servants. The Proverbs 31 woman wants to serve. She reacts to the pain of others. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 21. She willingly associates with those less fortunate. She stretched out her hands to the poor. Yea, she reached forth her hands to the needy. Proverbs 31 verse 20. The Proverbs 31 woman is prosperous. She is emotionally secure. She may own her own home. She may even have servants, land, business, social status, a loving husband, obedient children. Yet she is not contemptuous of the poor. She has a servant's heart. That's why she knows what others are feeling around her. Some women are social climbers. I read a lot of magazines, especially women's magazines. They are so well written and quite revealing about motives behind behavior. Almost every major article is focused on climbing the corporate ladder, getting more perks from the boss, or dealing with sexual harassment. Few ever address how to save, how to heal, or how to restore the broken. That's why the Proverbs 31 woman is so magnetic. She willingly associates with those less fortunate. She's the Proverbs 31 woman. 22. She anticipates changes. She's not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. Proverbs 31 verse 21. Life is a collection of surprises. One single event can throw an entire year into disarray. 1 hour can dramatically affect your life. The Proverbs 31 woman is undisturbed by these changes, even the weather. Obviously, there is more meaning to this scripture than the discussion of snow. She prepares for new seasons. She thinks ahead. She does not wait for her husband's involvement. She does not sit idle waiting for her children to have problems. She sees problems before they arrive. She lives prepared. This reveals her philosophy towards life, her family, and her tasks. She anticipates changes. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 23. She invests in her appearance. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Proverbs 31:22. This is quite interesting. She covers herself. That makes her real indeed. Some women are afraid that their intelligence will go undiscovered, their sincerity undetected, their integrity undiscerned, so they package their body to create a relationship. A Proverbs 7 harlot dresses to ignite lust. The Proverbs 31 woman dresses to ignite love. The Proverbs 7 harlot simulates pursuits. The Proverbs 31 woman inspires protection. You are a walking message system. Your clothing telegraphs the message. When Naomi was mentoring Ruth, she told her to wash her hair, change clothes, and package herself to make herself desirable for the man she desired. If you want to be desired, you must make yourself desirable. A good appearance does not just happen. A good appearance is not an accident. A good appearance is not always easy. A good appearance is not always convenient. It is time-consuming. It requires the investment of time and money. Yet, it is part of her mystery. It is one of the secrets of satisfying and stimulating the uncommon man. The Proverbs 31 woman cares about her message, and it shows. She invests in her appearance. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 24. She protects the focus of her husband. Her husband is known in the gates when he is seated among the elders of the land. Proverbs 31 verse 23. Esther chose to honor the focus of the king, even though her life was at stake. Ruth did not give an ultimatum to Boaz about marriage. He made the decision himself. Abigail did not trouble Nabal about her conversation with David until after the crisis. Some women rarely celebrate or even notice their husband's focus at any given time. They want to talk shopping when the Super Bowl is on television. They want to discuss the children when he has just had a major crisis on his job. The Proverbs 31 woman is different. She helps a man keep his focus. You see, her husband is respected. He's accepted, celebrated, treasured. His wisdom is recognized by others. She participates in that greatness. She removes his distractions. She adapts to his schedule. She protects the focus of her husband. She is the Proverbs 31 woman. 25. She finishes what she starts. She maketh fine linen, and selleth it, and delivereth jewels unto the merchants. Proverbs 31:24. She makes a product. She sells a product. She delivers a product. She completes what she starts. She has the spirit of a finisher. Champions are finishers. Paul said, I have finished my course. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. Solomon finished the temple. Jesus cried out, it is finished. Great people are follow-through people. The Proverbs 31 woman is the master of follow-through. Some women begin projects. The Proverbs 31 woman finishes projects. Jesus said, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God. Luke 9 verse 62. The Proverbs 31 woman will not start a project unless she is committed to its completion. She finishes what she starts. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. 26. She only discusses what she knows. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Proverbs 31 verse 26. It is normal to open your mouth. It is abnormal to open it with wisdom. Everybody has an opinion. Few articulate it clearly. When the Proverbs 31 woman speaks, it pays to listen. She is decided, so she is decisive. She is persuaded, so she persuades. She is convinced, so she convinces. She is motivated, so she motivates. She is energized, so she energizes. She is informed, so she informs. She only discusses what she knows. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 27. She is consistently kind. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Proverbs 31 verse 26. Many women are skilled in public. Many women have spontaneous, sparkling personalities. Many can summon a quick smile and the appearance of warmth at a moment's notice. But the Proverbs 31 woman does not change her personality to manipulate a situation. In her mouth, the law of kindness rules. From her mouth, kindness flows. Her words never destroy. Her words never tear down. Her words never paralyze. Her words are life. Her words bring hope. Her words restore. Her words heal. Her words mend. She is consistently kind. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 28. She continually evaluates the behavior of her household. She looketh to the ways of her household, and eateth not of the bread of idleness. Proverbs 31 verse 27. She is not easily deceived. She is not a pushover. She knows her stuff. She dominates her word. She has decided the productivity of her home. She knows her children's homework. She knows her children's friends. She examines. She observes. She pursues information. The true Proverbs 31 woman may even reach under the mattresses of her 16-year-old son's bed and find the magazines he attempts to hide. She ponders carefully to what her daughter says on the phone to her friends. She knows the subjects most difficult for her children in school. She is committed to the success of her family. She knows their problems. She continually evaluates the behavior of her household. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 29. Her children enjoy her. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he preserved her. Proverbs 31 verse 28. The Queen of Sheba observed to Solomon, Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee. 1 Kings 10 verse 8. The children of the Proverbs 31 woman do the same. They respect her, they love her, they enjoy her, they call her blessed. This reveals much about her philosophy of correction and discipline. She is not a screamer. She does not lose control. She does not explode with uncontrollable anger. She understands discipline. Her seeds of kindness have produced her desired harvest. Her children enjoy her. She is a Proverbs 31 woman. 30. Her husband praises her. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praised her. Proverbs 31 verse 28. Some months ago, I sat in a beautiful office listening to a lady brag on herself. Her husband sat there quietly, not saying a word. She poured out a stream of compliments such as, "You will never find another woman like me. I am one of a kind. God bless you," when I walked into your life. Of course, I realized something inside her was screaming for attention, struggling for significance. He had nothing to say. You see, let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth, a stranger, and not thy own lips. Proverbs 27 verse 2. Quiet confidence is magnetic to men. Desperation distracts. Any worthy man would discern those who have helped create his success. The Proverbs 31 woman is honored, loved and valued by the man whose life she has enhanced. Her husband praises her. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. 31. She fears the Lord. A woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Proverbs 31 verse 30. She fears God. This is why she hates evil. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth. Proverbs chapter 8 verse 13. Alcohol is deadly, so you will not find it in her glass. Cigarettes are cancerous, so you will not find one in her mouth. Drugs are destructive, so you will not find them in her purse. Cursing is blasphemous, so you will not hear it from her lips. Gambling bankrupts, so do not look for her in the casino. Ungodly companions pollute, so do not look for her in their company. My mother hated evil in any form. When I was 10 years old, she forced me to call my friends back at school and confess to them a lie I had told. I still remember that humiliation and embarrassment. She's a perfect photograph of integrity to me this very day. The Proverbs 31 woman loves and despises anything unlike her God. She fears the Lord. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. Please subscribe to All Christian Code channel. Comment. And don't forget to share to family and friends. God bless you. Amen.